Yo, what's good? This is Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Y'all watching Hip Hop Uncensored.
Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side. You heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper.
Hey, if you want to become a sponsor for Hip Hop News Uncensored, email me right now at advertise@hiphopun.com. That's advertise@hiphopun.com. Do not wait. I'm talking about the Brittney Griner. I think that's the last name.
Brittney Griner.
Griner, my bad. Yeah. That's the broad last name. You know what I wanted to say.
That nigga, yeah. That nigga.
Yeah. That's her last name. We talking about that. Trey Songz, his case got dismissed. YNW Melly, he's no longer facing the death penalty. It's a couple of things, man, we got to give our opinion on today and keep the people up to speed on what happened in hip hop. But let's start off with your girl, girl Brittney. You know, she's over there. You know, she pleaded guilty to being caught with like vape pens.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Man, you know, God damn. Common sense will tell you, right? When there's shit going on in different countries, you got to respect and understand the law of their lands. Because if you don't, the penalty is not the same,
right,
as if you were sitting in America. We know how hard it is in America, but at the end of the day, though none of us want to leave this motherfucker because of how things are other places, i.e. Russia, right? Now, there's a lot of people saying that they knew that she was doing the vape pen and things like that, and they just kind of pulled the trigger on her now. Now other reports are going, it was a mistake. She didn't realize that it was in her bag. All that being said, as much as I think the 10 years and the treatment is unfair for a fucking vape pen, if that's their rules, I'm not going over there with no goddamn weed and thinking just because I ball or do this or do that I'm accepted or I'm exempt from fucking penalty. And It looks like they are going to set an example for this woman and put her behind bars for a long time. I know that there were conversations about America letting it go, this Russian spy or whatever the case may be. Does that seem like an even trade to you? A WNBA basketball player and a Russian fucking spy?
Hell no.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It don't look good for her.
I mean, you know, the thing is, man, it's like it was a silly mistake. It's almost like Joel Santana. Like he tries to go through the gate to TSA, whatever the shit's called.
Right.
You know, with a gun and Percocets. Mm-hmm. Like the stupid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When anybody knows when you're traveling, you're going to the airport, you're checking everything. You're not just going to just start throwing shit in the bag. Like you're making sure, especially if you're a weed smoker. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I've traveled, you know, a lot of times and. You know, if you didn't want to take it, right? You didn't want to take it, you ain't gonna take it,
right?
So you know, I think she deserves to be reprimanded for making a silly mistake. And you got to look at it like you wasn't going to Puerto Rico or you going to Russia. Like Russia, America's currently at odds with Russia. Like Russia's saying F the United States of America. We ain't rocking with the United States of America. You know, the United States of America's putting sanctions on them. All you know, U.S. companies is pulling out of Russia. They have no incentive, no reason not to cut her fucking throat, bro. No reason not to cut her shit. And I don't mean figuratively, but it's like, all right, shit, fucking 5 years. You broke the law. 10 years, you broke the law. Hey, it is what it is, man. You got to make better mistakes. I don't advocate it. Obviously, I don't think that she should get that type of time, but you're in another land. They can do whatever the hell they want from you. Hopefully, you learn from that silly mistake.
A lot of people are staring the narrative that she's a political prisoner.
Get out of here.
And I can't disagree with that more. If she was over there balling and they snatched her up and put her away in a cell against her will, then that'd be different. Political prisoner, get her home. She traveled with some weed in a place you can't travel with weed and then tried to do it at an airport.
Broke the law. You broke the law.
Let me ask you this. If this was LeBron James, I think our coach was saying if this was LeBron, he'd be out.
Hell yeah. You ain't LeBron, nigga. LeBron for $1 billion, man.
Bro.
One of the biggest basketball players ever. You ain't LeBron.
Unfortunately.
You ain't him. You can't get the same treatment he gets.
Word. And you know what? And that goes, we talking about a summer league basketball player. Damn the fact that it's a woman. If a D-League basketball player did this shit, his black ass or white ass would be sitting in jail too because he's not LeBron James.
Yep.
We can't just go and say because that's LeBron James and he's a man that there's equal or different. That's bullshit. It's status in this joint. And yes, unfortunately, LeBron has created a $1 billion brand. And if he were to get caught up, and I don't believe he will, and I don't think anybody does believe he would, yes, he would be out because that's power involved in that. And now that makes a lot more sense for business. Unfortunately, and we don't live in a world with feelings and all that, no matter what they try to portray to you. It's all about business. And if it doesn't fit their business eye, which unfortunately Brittney Griner does not, she may be sending her ass in there for 10 years.
And just because she had a free Breonna Taylor or justice for Breonna Taylor shirt and puts the fist up, don't mean she's a political prisoner. Stop that, guys.
She's not a political prisoner.
Nowhere near. She was a basketball player that's married to a woman, you know what I mean, that made a silly mistake. She broke the law in another country. She got to pay for it.
Hopefully she doesn't have to pay long, but to sit back and to whine
I really
and
don't
cry
care how
about
long
it.
she stays in there, honestly.
He said, die in jail. Fuck it. I don't gotta. And it's unfortunate that it gets tied into a lot of other shit.
Yeah.
And it really does, cause I don't know, man. Hope stay up.
Yeah, I see it. I see her. I think they're going to be a little lenient on her. Honestly, even though it's Russia, I think they are. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, but I think that they will, and they probably will try to negotiate something. But like you said, if the U.S. do, they want to give a Russian spy for a basketball player. I doubt it. I doubt it.
I don't care what they saying. I don't care what you hear Biden saying or Kamala, any of these political people we trying. I don't think they care as much as they making you think they do.
Right.
Which is why she ain't out yet, and which is why when she said she was guilty and they hand on that verdict, it's probably gonna stand.